without any further ado, I'm going to introduce James McNeil, our amazing next speaker. James McNeil is a spiritual guru, not only spiritual guru as you think. He is a business trainer. He has been training many the best banks, three major banks. He has been helping and training as a corporate trainer. And at the same time, he is a communication specialist for a long time, and he has been speaking for the last 30 years almost. And of course, he had many difficulties. Yesterday, I had a second interview with him, and I felt I understood that he was a very normal person, or even less than a normal person, because he couldn't speak and he couldn't properly communicate. And of course, he started properly writing even very elderly age. Up to that point, he was a very normal or below average kid, as like me. But after that, he started skyrocketing upwards. And of course, he was able to achieve high levels. And of course, many people are surrounded with him. And of course, that is one of the reasons why he was able to do and make a big transformation from the normal kid to become a high multinational level trainer, and at the same time, best-selling author in speaking and other careers. So without any further ado, James McNeil, thank you for your time. Please come and take your stage, and for the next 90 minutes is yours.
Thank you so much. Well, hello, good day to one and all. I would love to be able to see people. Is there a reason 90% of the people don't have their cameras on? Are they shy? Did they forget to do their hair? Are they naked? What's going on here? Where are your nice people?
They're probably gone to lunch.
Gone to lunch. That's inspiring. Yes. So I want to welcome one and all, and I just want to do some tests. So would you be kind enough to test out the chat for me, just to let me know that you can hear me and you can see me? I just want to make sure that we're good with chat. I'm not one of those people who just spits ideas out into the universe. I'm actually a communicator, which means I want to know that you're with me. I want to know that you can hear me, that you can see me. And that
James, everything is fantastic. You look awesome. Your sound is clear and crisp, and we love you, man. And we are waiting. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. But I'm going to ask, even though I've got that great audio and I appreciate that, I'm going to ask everyone to type in hello, or I can hear you. Give me something from each person. I want to test out your ability to type in a hello or something. And also, I want to make sure that each individual can hear me. But I'm very grateful to know that those who have responded can. Thank you, Rakesh. Great to see you, sir. I barely recognize you without your hat. Rakesh without a hat, what is that? It's impossible. All right. All right, well, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to be jumping in, and I'm going to be moving relatively quickly because I have a lot of gold that I'd like to share with you. To do that, I need to know that you're going to be with me. Are you interested in learning how to experience miracles in your life and to activate all of the spiritual laws? Oh, thank you, Rakesh. Now it's you. Now I see the hat. Now I'm at peace. Are you interested in activating all the spiritual laws of success? Are you interested in that today? I want to know. And I'm going to give special treatment to those with cameras. I have some gifts, but I'm not going to give it to anyone I can't even see. My goodness, I'm not accustomed to so many invisible people. You're the shyest event I've ever been at. I'm speaking at an event with tens of thousands of people this week, and I'm following Tony Robbins. I'm sandwiched between Tony Robbins and Jack Canfield. So I'm a busy guy. I'm accustomed to do this, and this is the shyest group I've ever seen. So if you're willing to come on camera, that gives me, please ignore shyness. Okay, I forgive you. All right, my friends. So I'm going to jump in. I'm going to start a PowerPoint presentation so I can keep myself on track. Otherwise, I will not be on track. I have way too much fun with my life. So we are going to, do I do a share screen? I guess that's what I do, right? I'm going to hit a share screen, hit my PowerPoint. Let's see, or my keynote, whatever it's called. Let's move that down, get that going. Beautiful. So please enter into the text. Let me know that you can see the Dream Life formula on your screen. Let me know that you can see that. Let me do this. I'm gonna get the chat going. Drag that over so I can see it. What else do I want to chat? I want to check over. I'm going to move that over so I can keep track of what's going on. Beautiful. All right, thank you. So now what I want to do is I want to get going. Now today what we're talking about is your perfect dream life. What I want you to know before we get any farther is this. You have what's called a perfect dream life. It's already prepared. It's already approved. It's already paid for. It's already present. What you want to do is figure out the formula to open it. I want you to imagine it's like a present that came to you on your birthday. So you've received a birthday present. I want you to imagine that it's everything you ever dreamed of inside of this box. Everything you ever dreamed of and better. Some of you actually don't want as much money as you think you do. Some of you want a lot more money than you think you do. Some of you want to travel more or less than you think. Some of you want to build a business bigger or smaller than you think. Some of you want to invest in real estate more or less than you think. What you think is important because these are the evidence of whispers of infinite intelligence. But I want you to know right now that there is a perfect dream life. It is approved, it is present, and you're not behind schedule. Today, it's about activating it. Okay, do you follow that? Let me know that you're following. Give me a yes. Just type in a yes so I know that you're with me, and then I'm going to dig in here. I need to know you're with me because I like to know. Oh, I've got a little video. How would you like a video? Woohoo! I forgot that I had a video here. All right, let's play a little video for you. It's a little introduction to some of the stuff that I've done, and then we're going to jump in. Here we go.
There's more to you than this world has seen. You know somewhere inside of yourself you're meant to be more, do more, have more, and give more. My name is James McNeil. I'm the author and founder of Pure Spiritual Intelligence. For over 30 years, I've invested my life, my time seeking and researching, sharing the stages all around the world with the biggest names. And I interview the world's greatest, read the greatest content to summarize and clarify the secrets of success. Pure Spiritual Intelligence is your path to clarify and have a system and a process to unlock your dream life. Those dreams and visions that you've had, you're supposed to have them. They're supposed to be happening, and it's time to get started now.
So let's get going. Today, I'm going to be introducing you to a number of things. One of the cool things I'll be telling you about is a new challenge I've created called the 30-Day Miracle Challenge. I'm not offering it today, but I just wanted you to know about some cool things that are possible for you. So here's my question. What if your perfect dream life started right now, like immediately, this second? What if everything changed and all of a sudden life got easier? Your relationships got better. There's more and better people around you, if you know what I mean. The right people are there. I want you to imagine everything is perfect. And now what I want you to do, because without clarity of what you desire, the universe doesn't even know what you want. So let's start by asking ourselves, what would our perfect dream life look like? So here's a question. Imagine your perfect dream life. Imagine a moment when everything is perfect. Everything. I want you to ask yourself, where are you? Are you in Rome? Are you on a beach? Are you in a corporate office tower? Are you on a building site as you're building real estate? Are you at home? Are you on vacation? Are you in an airplane, a private jet? Where are you? I want you to imagine where you'll be at a moment of your perfect dream life. If you can make it real, you can make it real. So where are you? Number two, what do you see? What's around you? Is there nature around you? This is my front yard. Is there nature around you? Are there animals around you? Are there good people around you? Who is there with you? Maybe another question, who's not there? I hope you're taking notes. These are important questions to activate your perfect dream life. And then most importantly, and this is a huge thing, and you're going to learn why, how do you feel? I want you to imagine everything's perfect. This morning I was doing some visioning, my normal visioning process. I have spiritual disciplines I go through. And I do prayer and I do meditation. I do some what's called quantum breathing. I do a number of things to help me to live my perfect dream life. And I was in the middle of what I would call my normal script. You know, some of you start doing things and you forget why you're doing them, you know? And I was going through a process of imagining and envisioning. And I was literally, not figuratively, literally moved to tears. And tears started to pour down my face as I'm so excited and grateful for this life. I hope you feel that way. How do you feel if your perfect dream life is now? everything just starts to work. The lights turn green. Everyone loves you. Bad people go away. You're not afraid. You're not angry. You're at peace. Your inner circle are the world's greatest human beings. Some of them are famous people. Imagine your perfect dream life. If you could see it and if you could feel it, give me just the letter Y or the number 1. Type in the letter Y or the number 1, either one, whatever, a Y or a 1, and that tells me yes, you can see it. This is an important piece. When I'm asked, I was speaking recently to a well, probably this individual is probably worth about $500 million right now. Someone famous, someone you'd know, and they seek my counsel when it comes to spiritual, metaphysical success. And we were speaking about their new vision, talking about their new vision, where they want to go. And they said, I almost always have a clear vision, but right now I don't, and I've stalled. I'm not making progress. Now, they're very successful. They can stall. But what we agreed to is they don't necessarily have to have a clear vision of where they're going, but they do need a clear vision of where they're not staying. And so for some of you, you know what you want, and some of you only know what you don't want, but that's a start. I want you to know that you can capture that vision, because if you can make it real in your imagination, you can make it real in your life. Next point I want to make is if you want to change your life, admit it, you've got to change your life. I mean, who is responsible for your perfect dream life to happen? I want you to think about this. I want every single person on this event to answer this question. Type it in. I want you to type this in for your sake. I'm doing you a favor. Type in, who is responsible for your dream life? Is it your mom? Is it your dad? Is it Leo? Is it me? Is it the government's responsibility? Who's responsible for you having your dream life? Who's responsible? Go ahead and type in. Let's see who's with me here. Now, sometimes people think, oh, it's up to the speaker to save me. No, it's up to you to save you. I don't save anybody. I'm not your savior. What I do is I point the way based on all of the most scientific, cutting edge, as well as timeless wisdom. So Rakesh says it's James's. Thanks, Rakesh. Get a new hat, man. Your hat's too tight. It's up to you, brother. Listen, if you want your dream life, you've got to get your dream life. It's up to you. And until you accept that, we're not moving forward. And I'm not trying to be a bully. I'm trying to be a friend. But owning responsibility for your perfect dream life is a major step in you experiencing it. So type it in if you haven't. Me, I am. You are the one who is responsible for your perfect dream life, and I want to see it happen. All right, now what has to change specifically? You say, okay, fine, James, you're putting it on me. Not entirely. Responsibility, yes, because the infinite intelligence, infinite source, infinite wisdom, God, if you will, source love, source energy, that energy force or that deity or however you position that, the Tao, the quantum realm, whatever you're most comfortable with, that God, if you're comfortable with that, has already said yes to you. You're already approved. So what about you has been stopping it? This is the reverse of the philosophy I want you to get. The natural state is wealthy. The natural state for you is wealthy, happy, overwhelmed, and experiencing love, joy, peace, purpose, and prosperity. If you're not experiencing that, something's unnatural. And so I want to help you realize that you have been stopping your perfect dream life. So what must you do to stop stopping yourself? Because once you stop stopping yourself, you realize how unstoppable you are. So what has to change? Your beliefs. There's things that you believe that are not helping you. You believe you're a victim. It's not fair. If only this, if only if I was taller, if only I, no. Listen, you have beliefs that are not your friends. Your ego's not your amigo, and your beliefs can be serving the wrong side. So you have some beliefs that are not helping you right now. Next, your thoughts. Thoughts are things. Do not underestimate this. Let me know if you're enjoying this, by the way, because I plan on teaching you tons, but if you're not interested, I'll just tell jokes. Let me know if you're interested in this. Let me know if you're enjoying this. Rakesh says 100%. Yeah, that your hat's on right now, brother. So yes, your beliefs and your thoughts, and I'm happy to explain this, but the universe is made up of energy. You may have heard this. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. And energy is in a perpetual state of vibration or movement. And energy is also in a perpetual state of movement from highest concentration to lowest concentration, which means the second law of thermodynamics is entropy, which means all things move towards disorder. All things move from high concentration to low concentration. So the universe is disintegrating. The expansion is a disintegrating expansion. Next, what I want you to know is a thought is a thing, because a thought is energy being brought together. When you have a thought, you are a co-creator with the divine. And so thoughts are things, beliefs are thoughts that are locked. A belief is a thought that has confidence attached to it. You'll understand more and more as I go, but I want you to know what has to change is some beliefs that you have, some thoughts, some feelings. Your feelings are, write this down. Your feelings are your loudest prayers. Write that down. Your feelings are your loudest prayers. If you turn to the divine and you whine, bitch, moan, and complain, the divine says, okay, if that's what you want, I got lots of that going on the planet. You can have as much as you want. When you pray with an emotion of gratitude, which is what the wisdom literature teaches us, gratitude is the attitude for latitude, for vertical. When you have a positive attitude, when you have a positive belief system, when you move to gratitude, you've moved past victimhood, you've moved past wanting, you've moved past desire, you've even passed progress, you've moved all the way to victory. So your feelings matter. Your feelings matter. And then your actions. You got to do what you're supposed to do. Dial the phone, ask her out, ask him out, ask them both out. I don't care who you ask out. Do what you're supposed to do. Dial the phone, make the sale, make the offer, do the ask, seek out the mentor. And you're doing that today. You're taking action. Okay, so if you got these, what has to change? Your belief, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. They are responsible for the life that you're currently experiencing. If you want your life to change, you, my dear friend, have to change. Beautiful. Yay. Okay. I love the feedback, by the way. So I'm going to be sharing with you Pure Spiritual Intelligence. That's my claim to fame. This is my book. It's just a teaser copy. It's only the first 5 chapters. I plan on releasing the whole book soon. But it's funny, you know, as soon as I let the world in on Pure Spiritual Intelligence, I've been so busy, I haven't had time to finish the book. The content is there, but the book is not. The online course is. We actually filmed it in Miami with a Hollywood producer. We filmed the online course. It's a masterpiece, according to those who have taken it. People in my circles are experiencing miracles all day long. They now understand what's going on. Oh, I should also say this. I didn't mention it. My work is rated RR, which means religiously respectful. That means all faiths are cool with me. I'm cool with all faiths. I have in my inner circle of super successful clients, Hindu, Buddhist, Muslim. We have Christians of all forms, the Catholic, the Baptist, the Pentecostals. I've got atheists, agnostics. I even have some people into witchcraft. And you name it, they're around me and they're all digging me and we're all getting along fine. So no matter where you're coming, oh, if you're curious, by the way, I happen to be a conservative Christian, which people assume I'm not, but I am. I just happen to have an ability to see the truth that's present, whether it's in the Bible or the Tao or whatever, and to be able to find the alignment and to speak about it respectfully. So it's all rated RR. So Pure Spiritual Intelligence is what I'm going to be sharing with you. That's a teaser of the book. Here's my pledge to you as I dig in. If you will fully engage, and that's a big if, right? If you fully engage in this session and take appropriate action based on what we discussed, your perfect dream life starts now. They might say, well, James, that's a big claim. Well, my friends, I've been doing this almost 30 years. I've helped individuals and organizations generate millions, tens of millions, hundreds of individuals generate hundreds of millions, and organizations generate billions. I've trained international police forces on de-escalation to be in service of community and to create a safe place rather than to instigate or whatever. And I love our law enforcement. They've had some challenges possibly in training and systems. I'm not going to get into that. But if I've been called upon to bring peace in the world's biggest hotspots, if I've been hired by the world's most powerful banks to help them to generate billions of dollars, then what I'm saying with you matters. So what I'm saying is you fully engage, your dream life starts right now. I have an uncanny gift of helping people start their dream life and experience miracles. I want you to be all in. Beautiful. Now, my top client has generated over $120 million. He is here anonymous because he doesn't want you trying to steal his stuff. So he doesn't want anyone to know how much money he's worth. But he says, I did exactly what James McNeil suggested. It helped me generate over $100 million. I used his insights as the Bible for my business and my sales, and I only wish I started with him sooner. I've been working with that gentleman, by the way, for 25 years. So he says he wished he started sooner, but he started quite a while ago. So I want you to know that you can be wildly successful. A little tip here, just on the anonymous. I want you to know why he's anonymous. When people are broke, they try and act rich. When they're rich, they try and act broke. What I mean by that is super powerful, super rich people are amongst us. On this call right now, there's people I'm teaching right now that are worth 10 times what I'm worth. So I want you to know that just because someone doesn't have a Rolex shoved in your face doesn't mean they don't have it going on. Most of the most wealthy, powerful people are the kindest, most humble people I've met. And if you meet them in a meeting room, they will fall over each other to serve you coffee and to welcome you and to make sure you're comfortable. I was at a meeting recently and super powerful. These guys are like big moguls, and they're asking about their family. And someone said they have they injured themselves, and they spent 10 minutes on how are you feeling and how's that going and what have you tried. And I'm thinking, broke people. Not broke, I don't want to be mean to broke people, but a lot of people who are hungry and desperate and scared aren't that kind to each other. Does that make sense? They don't think they have the time to care. They're like, yeah, but what's in it for me? Are you going to buy my stuff? I'm like, calm down. Are you guys getting this? Rich is easy. Write that down. Rich is easy. I once did a tour with Bob Proctor. I lost $250,000 of his dollars. I was scared Bob was going to kill me. It was a tour of California, and we tested everything. We couldn't figure out what was going wrong. I flushed $250,000 of Bob Proctor's dollars down the toilet. Now, I don't know about you, but I was not happy, but I was on my way up, right? I was scared to death. He calls on the phone. He's back in Toronto. We're in California, the whole team. They said, Bob's on the phone. I'm like, I'm not here. You got to take the call. No, I'm not talking about Proctor right now. He's going to kill me. And he said, James, relax. It's just money. It's so easy to make. Listen to Bob on that one. Money is easy. Getting out of your own way is the trick. You're meant to make it. You're wealthy by nature. I was talking to Laurel Langmar the other day. We're going to produce a program called Wealthy by Nature. Would you like that? The combination of her millionaire maker technology with my pure spiritual intelligence. We believe it's going to change the world. You hang around cool people make you cooler. And they understand money is easy. Getting out of your own way is the trick. And that's what we're working on today. Type in something. Let me know if you're enjoying this. I want to give you some tools here. I want to know that you're with me. I want you to know that those who believe in miracles experience more of them. Those who experience miracles, those who believe in miracles experience more of them. If you're a whiny, bitchy, moany, complaining person and you expect to be a victim all the time, you're going to find a way to succeed at that. If you expect miracles every day, you're going to see them. Einstein said, either everything's a miracle or nothing's a miracle. Choose the life. Choose the kind of person you want to be, the life you want to have. Yay. I love your comments, by the way. When you're with me, you get the best out of me. I'm telling you right now. Everyone who's here, I don't know how many people have their cameras on. I only see a few as I'm doing my PowerPoint. All right, Dream Life Formula. Here we go. Starts with the science of success. So write that down, science of success. The science of success answers one question and one question only. Why are some people more successful than other people? Boom, that's it. Now, since I started almost 28 years ago now, it'll be 28 years next month. No, this month. Oh my goodness. Have we hit August yet? I don't even know what day it is. I'm a busy guy. Anyways, in August, it'll be 28 years that I've been a speaker, circling the globe with the world's most powerful people. And you're wondering, like, why are you a no name? I don't know. It's just the way it's worked out. But I've now decided that I'll go ahead and take the stage. But I've been helping people for almost 30 years. And I was able to teach real estate. By the way, real estate is easy. Are you learning real estate this weekend? Are you excited about learning real estate? It's bricks. It's not a mystery. It's not art. It's math. Have house, make money, right? It's not, and humans are not going to stop needing housing. You know, the pandemic might change a lot of things, but it's not going to change the fact that humans need somewhere to live. And so there's some fundamentals you just can't miss. You can't miss. It's like trying to throw yourself on the ground and missing. You're not going to miss. Real estate is a guarantee. I was teaching people how to make money in real estate 30 years ago. And even though I was the trainer who knew the least, hear this, please. I was the trainer who knew the least. I knew almost nothing. And yet my students were becoming millionaires faster than any other class. And the reason was what I'm sharing with you today. Does that make sense? It's the spiritual dynamics. It's the emotional, it's the mental, it's the spiritual. These are the elements, and it's always been part of my message. And it's helped my students become millionaires no matter what. All right, so science of success is what makes people more successful than other people. As I mentioned, I've shared the stage all over the world. This is in Singapore, this room here. And I was sharing the stage with, I know Les Brown was there. I can't remember who else was on that one. But over time, as I kept sharing these biggest stages all over the world, I started teaching more of my stuff. At first, I was a promoter of other seminar companies. And so I was promoting different gurus. I volunteered for Tony Robbins, and I started selling for him 30 years ago. Now, I'm like tomorrow, I'm on a stage with him. And so I started out as a volunteer and then moved into sales. And I was selling for him. I sold for Bob Proctor. I sold for Jack Canfield and Mark Vector Hansen. I sold for Harv Eker. We helped launch his career when he started originally. I was there before The Secret came out. I've been in cool places with cool people at cool times. But over time, I started to say, wait, I've got a message. So the first thing people kept asking me about was selling. They said, how do I sell? I don't know how to sell. You're a good closer. And I've broken records all over the world in sales. So I thought, well, it's not that hard. It's humans talking to humans. Why does everyone get all freaked out over this? If you're not a great closer, you can be. And the person who's generated over 100 million, they would say, and they started with my sales training. This is what I started teaching of my own content. Type in if you'd like to get pure selling. It's a $1,000 online course. Just type in if you'd like that for free today, just out of curiosity. I'm not selling it, but there might be a way for you to get it. Just let me know if you'd be interested. This is the one that helped the guy make over $100 million, pure selling. So I help people make millions in real estate, help people become millionaires in selling. There I am in Johannesburg, South Africa, in front of 5,000 people. How do you like that? 5,000 people with screens all over the room. You can't see the whole room. It's pretty big. That week, by the way, Les Brown and I, we did a bunch of media things, and we ended up getting, what was it? Nelson Mandela Medals of Peace. How do you like that? One of the greatest honors of my life. That was in Johannesburg, South Africa. And so as I continue to grow, I continue to teach people more things. And people said, how do you handle the stage, and how do you help people as a speaker? So I taught people how to move hearts and minds from the stage. Type in if you'd like this one as well. It's another $1,000. It's a $1,000 online course, but I'm not selling it. You can't buy it. Sorry, can't buy it. But you might be able to twist my arm if you want it for free. But we'll figure that out at the end. All right. So $1 Million Speaker. It's a $1,000 course, and then I've got speakers all over the world who are now making millions of dollars a year. I raise up gurus. So there I am in London, England. Nick Vujicic, Sir Richard Branson, I believe, was on that stage. Some of the other biggest names of the world. And so I kept on teaching. And then finally I realized that my real specialty, my real confidence came from communications, how we connect with each other and how we can communicate, negotiate. Do you believe these skills would help you in life? Just type in if you believe these skills would help you. Just say yes. If you believe it would be good to be able to control self, right? Control self, manage the interactions, and influence others. If you could take everything seriously, but never personally, if you could stay cool in the most extreme circumstances, would that be good? And so I started training verbal Aikido. And that's my biggest claim to fame. I started working with the world's most powerful banks, helped them generate billions of dollars. I thought, well, it works with white collar people in boardrooms, but where else can my communications and emotional intelligence philosophy work? So I created even more crazy things. So I'll show you. Let me see where it is. There it is. So I created this thing called mental MMA. It is the mental game of mixed martial arts. So you know those people who cage fight? They go into a cage, they lock the cage, and they beat each other to death? Well, not to death, but I decided to test this. Now, some of the world's greatest mixed martial arts artists say I saved their career by helping them with the mental game. And so I'm able to help you with staying cool under pressure, right? So this is my first book called Success Secrets of King Solomon, Richest Man Ever. And what I want you to know now is, yeah, it became a Canadian national bestseller, and I was very happy. I wrote it when I was 28, I believe. But here's what I want you to know. I was functionally illiterate till I was 21 years old. I couldn't read. I couldn't speak till I was 9. Was it 9? How old was I when I learned how to speak? It was grade 4. It was grade 4. So 9 years old when I learned how to speak in sentences. I have a fairly extreme case of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And so I couldn't speak in sentences until I was 9 years old. If your child isn't talking well by 2, you're going to have a panic. And I wasn't speaking well till I was 9 years old, and I couldn't read till I was 21. But by 29, I was a Canadian national best-selling author. I tell you that part because no matter where you're coming from, it's fine. It doesn't matter what's happened up until today. What matters is what you're going to decide today. Have you decided today to get on your own team, to stand up for yourself, to decide to live your dream life? And so if you make that decision today, everything starts now. And that's what happened to me. I had a turning point. It was a spiritual transformation. That's what I'm suggesting for you. And when that happened, everything started to change. And that's what I want for you. Here I am with Sir Richard Branson. You can see a bunch of, there's other billionaires in the picture. I'm not going to get into it. There's Les Brown, first time we hung out together. Robert Allen. These are all the famous. In fact, let me just jump to it. These are the people with whom I've shared the stage. You've got Jack Canfield, Raymond Aron, Rudy Giuliani, Bob Proctor, Steve Forbes, Laurel Langmeyer. I'm not going to read all the names. You can see who they are. But what I want you to know is I can help you get from where you are to sharing the stage with people like this. You make a big enough impact, you can become one of those world changers. These are people I can call. Would you like to be able to call these people? Would you like to hang out with my friends? Well, you can earn the right to get there. You can earn your way to become a global server. When you're making a difference at that level, people notice. And I want to share this with you. Let me know if you're enjoying this and getting lots of good guesses. Thank you. And this is Richard Chan. He's the one who runs the earth when it comes to the seminar business. And he says our audience has loved James McNeil, has been through the journey, has found success. He said, you could work for 5 to 10 years and you may find some answers. But I suggest you work with a mentor like James McNeil. He will help you become successful much faster. And that's my promise to you. Albert Einstein. Here we get into spiritual. As I studied success, I realized that we can study what you do, but we can't study why you do it or how you do it. We can study that you bought real estate, but how did you know that one? How did you know now? How did you know, like, what's the intuitive? What's the intangible? And as I sit with the world's most successful people, I sit in the green rooms and I'm chatting with them. When I get them off script, that's when it gets really interesting. I talk to them and I say, well, but how did you know? You know, how did you know? Or why did you have confidence when everyone else was afraid? Why did you take action when everyone else quit? And I want you to hear this. Please hear me when I tell you this. I'm looking into the camera. They say, I don't know. That's what they tell me. They say, James, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. Maybe I'm just lucky. And whenever they do that, I know I've touched on another spiritual secret that they haven't figured out how to put into words. You know more than you know, and they don't know how to explain what they know. Did you follow what I just said? Intuitively, they know because they keep getting it right. But they can't explain it. They can't express it. They can't share it with you. The number of people who are at the top in this planet are 1 to 5%, right? There's a small percentage of humanity that are just crushing it financially and with power and creativity and all that kind of stuff. Maybe 10. No, it's not even. It's got to be close to 4 or 5%. Well, very few people on the planet can be that miraculous, right? But then how many of those who are that miraculous know how they're doing it? They don't know. They're just making it up. They're like, I don't know. I use this color pen. Maybe that matters. Or maybe it's because I use this kind of phone, or maybe because I wake up at this time. And they're making up answers to explain how they're so super successful, super powerful. And what I've done is I've cornered them and I've picked their brains and studied the wisdom literature. And I've been able to compile a complete metaphysical success philosophy from the great minds. The secrets of the universe are actually hidden in plain sight. You simply need what it takes. So let's dive in. First major point, I'm going to give you 3 major points, 4 subpoints on this one. So write this down. Faith. You might say, well, James, are you preaching religion or anything? No, I'm not. But faith matters. To have faith means you can take action. Faith is the secret sauce that unlocks your best possible self and your best possible life. Only those with faith take appropriate action and trigger appropriate dream life attractions. So that faith, that confidence, that joy, that gratitude, that positive vibe. And I'm going to share with you some of the vibration and energy spectrum here. Your faith matters. Faith is powerful. So I'm going to suggest you to do these 4 things. Number 1, revive. Revive your hope. Come back to life. Some of you haven't dreamt since you were a kid, right? You used to be a dreamer. They beat that out of you in school, or someone said, stop being so silly, or stop being so greedy, or who do you think you are? And the world has beaten your creativity out of you. You know, before you were 5 years old, you were actually a measurable, quantifiable genius. Are you aware of this? Everybody is. Every human being up until the age of 5 is a genius measured in the realm of creativity. And as adults, virtually no one is a genius. Well, what happened? We were taught it out of us. And I want you to revive that creative genius within you. Revive your hope. Without hope, you won't take action. You don't take appropriate action without confidence. Write that down. Appropriate action is only taken by those who are confident enough. Think about it this way. If I had a handful of seed, okay, if I was a farmer and I had these seeds, and if I didn't have faith in the environment, if I didn't have faith in the soil, if I didn't have faith, I wouldn't plant them. I'd eat them. It's the same with your time. You do not plant seeds in relationships unless you believe it's worth it. You do not plant seeds in your wisdom, in your education, if you don't believe it'll be worth it. You do not reach out and talk to someone if you do not believe that you can make a friend or make a difference. So the seed of your time, your talent, and your treasure will not be invested without faith. So revive your hope, revive your belief in what's possible. Recognize your truth. We're going to talk about that. Third is recognize or reconnect to source. And we'll explain how you can get dialed back in with infinite intelligence, infinite wealth, infinite power. And then lastly, resilience. There's things that can knock you down, and you'll want to be resilient. Okay, if you're ready to go, type in ready. I'm going to start explaining the 4 pillars of faith. So type in ready. Ready, ready, ready. Good. All right. If you're not with me, I'll just tell jokes. I got other things to do. I want you to be serious about your life. And let me ask you this. Are there people in the world you care more about their lives than they seem to care about themselves? Isn't that true? There's sometimes you just want to grab them. It's like, come on. And so that's the way I feel. I want you to be excited about your life. I know this stuff and I'm more excited than you. Get excited. Here we go. The first thing I want you to know about reviving your hope is that it's been taught out of you. Your creativity has been taught out of you. Not everything you've been taught is complete bullshit. Sorry, I cursed. Not everything you've been taught is BS, but most of it is. And I'm cleaning that up. I'm letting you know the truth. So revive your hope. Everyone can and should live their perfect dream life, and virtually no one does. This is one of the most shocking facts I want you to get. You and I, 100% of us, have a perfect dream life. And it's already approved, prepared, paid for, and present. It's waiting for us to open it like a gift on your birthday. And about 1% open the wrapper, 1% of humanity. Abraham Maslow, when he taught us a hierarchy of needs, and he was teaching self-actualization, which is not the highest. And in the end, he said self-transcendence is the highest. But self-actualization is to be all that you can be, to do all that you're meant to do, to have all you're meant to have, and to give, to contribute as much as you're called to contribute. He said far less than 1% self-actualize. And of course, even less self-transcend. And so it's a sad truth when you see people have all the potential in the world and not taking advantage of it. So you can revive your hope. Don't look at your broke friends to see what's possible. They don't know what's possible. There's evidence they don't know what's possible. You become who you hang around. Are you catching these lines? I'm giving you lots of things to capture here. You become who you hang around. Guaranteed. Hang around angry people, you become angry. Wisdom literature is very clear on this. You become who you hang around. This is my friend Rodrigo. He says, I met James McNeil at a time where I felt completely lost. I didn't know, what to do or where to go. I had lost myself, he said. Since I met James, my life has completely changed. And if you want to know how long ago that is, that was a year and a month. 1 month and 1 year ago we met. He says, since meeting James, my life has completely changed. I've become a best-selling author and a speaker internationally, by the way, and corporately. He says, this is something I never thought in my wildest dreams. He says, I feel love, happiness, peace, and joy once again. I found my life's purpose and I'm living my perfect dream life. Most importantly, I live my life in constant childlike wonder, waiting for the next miracle to happen. Magic is real. Thank you, James. That's what I want for you. Type in if you want to be a testimonial in a slide like this. How would you like in 1 year to tell people that you've become a billionaire? How would you like to be able to be a testimonial to say, you know, once I activated this, then it all happened. Let me know if you want to be. Just say me, me. Now, faith. First major spiritual, real heavy that I want to share with you is who am I? If you don't know who am I, what do I want, and why am I here? It's almost impossible to live your perfect dream life. So here's some of the pieces of the puzzle to unpack, to open up this gift of your perfect dream life. Who am I? Well, what I want you to know is this, and you can say this to yourself. I'm going to read it to you, and you can know it for yourself, but you can read this to yourself. I am a creative and compassionate spiritual being currently existing in physical form. I'm infinitely valuable, exquisitely unique, and perfect in my personhood. My natural state is in euphoric, joy-filled, loving connection to source love and loving connection to all living things. This is the truth. Now, what you've been told by the media, what you've been told by the system is that you're just another animal and you're needy and you're weak and you need to be saved and you need to be helped and you need to be medicated and you need to be drugged and you need to be whatever, coddled. It's such bull. You are a spiritual, powerful being, and you're not here just to survive, just to make it. You're here to make it better. You're here to change the world. You might say this world sucks. Yes, that's why you've been sent. You've been sent to make a powerful and positive impact. And the more you serve, the more you deserve. This is the way the universe is built. This is who you are. You're not like, I've got a puppy dog over here. And he might have a crying fit at any point because he wants attention, he wants to go outside, he wants to play. Big, beautiful dog. But I'm not like him. He's waiting for me. We have free will. We have creative. We have a dialed in with infinite. So I want you to know that you're something special. You're not as weak as they say. Now, let's give you some spiritual anatomy. Now, in my work, I teach a full spiritual anatomy map. And if you work with me, if you come to one of my weekends, if you do my online course, if you work with me in my community, you'll know the truth about who you are, and you'll start learning. Like you ever see a baby become fascinated with their hand? You ever see this? It's like, wow, wow, and they're fascinated with their hand. It's like, ooh, look what this does. Well, I want you to know that it's like that with your spiritual anatomy. Once you realize your spiritual powers, if you will, you start dancing with the divine, and you start having a beautiful, loving connection to the infinite, the divine, and then infinite inspiration, anointing, wealth, power, passion. It all just starts to fly to you and through you. And so uncover your spiritual anatomy map. Number one, you are a soul. Some people think they have a soul. That's not accurate. You are a soul. What you have is a body, but you are a soul. Now, the spiritual world, which gave birth to the time-space continuum, the spirit world transcends time, space, and matter, which means your soul does as well. So if you're impatient, don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah, you're impatient because in the spirit world, there's no time. You're not accustomed to waiting. You have an idea it is. So in the spirit world, you have the ability to do all kinds of cool things. And you'll learn how more about that. But you are a soul. I'm not going to go deeper than that for right now. But you are a soul. That is who you are. Hey, Rakesh, say hi for me, man. Say hi to the buddy. So you are a soul. You're a creative and compassionate spiritual creature. Next, you have a mind. Your mind is not your brain. Your mind uses your brain when it thinks consciously. Your mind pervades your body. Your mind is infinitely more powerful than your gray matter. And when you're thinking consciously, your mind is using your brain, but your brain is not the only thinker. And when your mind is let off the hook, free from the limitations of your conscious mind, it works at 400 billion bits of data per second, which is pretty exciting. Your conscious mind is at about 2,000 bits of data per second. So learning how to activate your mind and get out of its way, poof, you'll be amazed. Next, you have a spirit. Now, your spirit is like your Wi-Fi. In my house, I have Wi-Fi, and wherever you are, you probably have Wi-Fi. Well, your spirit is your ability. It's through your spirit that you connect to source energy, source love, God, if you will, and how you connect to all living things. It's also through the power of the spirit that we pulsate out the law of attraction, which I'm sure you'll be interested in knowing more about and why it hasn't been working, or if it has been working. The fact is it has. It's just what you're doing with it is the question. And so this is the spirit. You have a spirit, and that's how you connect to source and all living things. You have a heart. Very important, write this down. The heart is the number one issue. Heart is your most important question. The wisdom literature says, above all else, guard your heart. From it come all the eventualities of life. So your heart is the most important piece of the equation. Write that down. Do not underestimate. And then in the heart of hearts, okay, there's the heart and the heart of hearts. And the heart of hearts is the most precious, changes everything part of your entire world. And you've been given what's called prime directives. And I help you understand what that is and why you do what you don't want to do, why you don't do what you do want to do. You'll understand all of that. You can just clean up your messes and let yourself fly. So your heart is the most important part of your spiritual anatomy, and you'll learn how to honor and work with your heart. Let me know if you're enjoying this. I certainly hope you are. And then lastly, we have a body. Finally, have a body. Might as well have a body on top of that. But keep in mind, everything in this time-space continuum is borrowed, not owned. So you can never own real estate. Ownership means eternal connection, and there is no eternal connection with a temporal thing. So nothing in this time-space continuum can be owned. It can be stewarded. And your body is one of those things. You only have one of them. So taking care of it makes a lot of good sense. Am I going too fast? Am I going too far? Let me know if you're okay. Just type okay if you're okay. I get so excited. I want to keep going. Some of you, you're ready to be the next testimonial. You're okay. It's really nice to meet you. I wonder how many people have never, oh, if you've never heard me speak before, if you've never met me, please type in the number 2. Would you do that for me, just so I know how many people here are being exposed to James McNeil for the first time ever? I'm wondering, isn't that interesting, Leo? That's an interesting question, right? How many of your people are brand new people for me? By the way, I love the color of your shirt. Did you wear purple just for me, that spiritual color, my dear friend?
Of course, in support of you.
You're spiritually minded. First timers. We've got a lot of first timers. Wow. Yay. All right. Well, nice to meet you, first timers. I hope you're enjoying this. I promise I'll work hard and give you lots more good stuff. All right. So let me get back over here. All right. So next question is what I want. And when it comes to spiritual anatomy, if you choose to work with me, I'll give you an opportunity to work with me today. And I highly encourage you to take advantage of it. I'm going to give you a sweet offer. Leo beat me into it. But if you choose to work with me, I want you to know we're going to go far deeper into your spiritual anatomy. You will learn everything I'm teaching you today. I'm giving you as much of a complete truth as possible, because some people, for whatever reason, won't be joining me. And I want total respect. And I want to give you what I can. But for those of you who want more, know it. You're going to get more. You're going to know far more about your spiritual anatomy. Next, what do you want? I heard you, Leo, in a breakout there just before we started talking about if you don't know what you want, how are you going to get it? Clarity, clarity, clarity. I work with millionaires and billionaires, and one of the constant jobs is clarity. What do you want? What are you after? What's the goal? By when? How? Someone says, I want to make $1 million. Well, are you talking about pre-tax or post-tax? Are you talking about having a net worth of $1 million or actual $1 million in your pocket? Do you want it in cash? Do you want it in credit? Do you want $1 million credit? Do you want an actual, like, what do you want? Say, I want to close, I want to have a house. Do you want to close the deal? Do you want to have an offer? Do you want to have, owner? Do you want, be clear. The universe is trying to say yes to you. What do you want? Now, I'm going to give you 2 shocking truths about this, and you're not going to like them. Well, you won't like the first one anyway. Your dreams include whispers of infinite intelligence. They're there to guide you. Your desires are whispers of infinite intelligence. I see we have a lot of guys on this call. I hope we have some women here too. Man, we have men. I'm not sure if we have the women. I certainly hope the women are interested too. They certainly are in my world. And when it comes to pregnancy, you've heard that pregnant women will eat differently. Like all of a sudden they want pickles and ice cream. I don't know why I've heard that one, but they just have dietary cravings. Well, what I want you to know is those dietary cravings are physical genius. Your physical body knows what it needs and it doesn't have time to explain it. just as a pickle and ice cream will do for what I need right now. So sometimes you have physical cravings that are pure. Other times they're not so pure. But sometimes infinite intelligence is whispering to you, travel. I could tell you so many stories on this. I wish we had more time. I actually have to pick up the pace, but I've been having fun. Wow, I really have to pick up the pace. But your knowing what you want really, really matters. Most people deny their dreams, reject their dreams, and forget their dreams. It's time to bring them back to life. Here we go. So what are your dreams? People. Write these categories down. People, places, things, accomplishments. You know, talk about people. I'll tell you this. I was once asked in one of my trainings, I was in Philadelphia. It was my birthday a number of years ago. And they said, what do you want? Or who do you want to meet? They said, because I asked them, who do you want to meet? They said, who do you want to meet? I said, I meet everybody. I don't want to meet anyone. And they said, come on, who do you want to meet? So get this, no joke, no exaggeration. I said, Bono, you know, the singer of U2. I said, Bono. No joke and no exaggeration. The very next day, I walked out of the hotel to go for some beers with my friends because it was my birthday. And Bono walks across the street. I met Bono. Within 48 hours of announcing I want to meet Bono, it happened. Do you want to have some miracle dialed in like this? Do you want type in? Give me a number 1 if you have. Type in a number 1 if you believe in miracles. Number 1, if you're open to the miraculous, if you're open to money flowing to you, love flowing to you, the right business flowing to you, the right connections flowing to you, the right genius flowing to you, type in a number 1 if you're open to miracles, because I'm telling you, you better get ready for them. If you're working with me, you're gonna have to get ready for them. All right, beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Yes, be open. Dr. PPP. Yes, thank you, brother. I'm the miracle. You're the miracle. All right, let's go. Accomplishments, relationships, adventure. Do you want adventure? What do you want? How about philanthropy? Do you want to change the world? So write down those categories if you haven't already, and do not underestimate the power of philanthropy. The happiest people on the planet are the people who are living on purpose. What would you like to do? Who would you like to help? If I said, as long as it's not for you, I'll give you limited money. I'll give you millions and billions of dollars. I'll give you power and prestige. I'll give you position. I'll give you, if I somehow, and I'm not saying I can, but if the universe said, I will give you anything that you want to give. Do you understand the question? If you had limitless resources, what charities would you support? Would you feed the hungry? Would you clothe the naked? Would you house the homeless? Would you help those with mental illness, physical illness? Would you be helping people who are abused or neglected? Would you be helping the rainforest? Would you be helping the seals? What difference would you make if you could make any difference? Dial into that. That is your greatest full capacity activator you'll ever find. Tap into your purpose. Tap into your why. I hope you're enjoying this. This is good. Next, if you work with me, we're going to put you through what's called a desire decoding process. It's a 7-step process where we know exactly all of your impulses as far as what do you want, everything from chocolate to travel. And we go through a 7-step process because we want to understand the distinction between the different types of desires. There are some that are natural. You can write this down: natural, unnatural, and supernatural. So write down, there's 3 types of desires: natural, unnatural, and supernatural. Natural desires is you want food, you want clothing, you want to have enough money, you want to feed your family, you want love, you want community, prestige. Natural desires, so natural. There's unnatural, which is like wanting potato chips is not natural because it's not good for your body. By the way, I only say that because it's my biggest sin. I love my potato chips. It would be unnatural to hurt somebody. It would be unnatural to want to embarrass somebody. So there's natural desires, there's unnatural desires. The unnatural desires come from your ego, not from your soul. So you might write that down. So your natural desires come from you, unnatural come from ego and forces in this world. And then there's supernatural, all right? So those are the 3, and we help you discover clearly what you really want, your desire decoding process. Because without this, I'll tell you the truth, you have no idea what you want. I'll just tell you right now, you have no idea what you want. You think you want money and you don't even want money. You think you want, or you do want money and you say you don't. You say you want this relationship, but it's not the right relationship. If you knew for sure what you're supposed to want and want it, you're unstoppable. work with me and do the full desire decoding process, you're set for life. This one process is worth, conservatively, honestly, $10 million to you. It's a difference between a great life and a life that struggles with frustration and fear. Just know what you want, because those are the breadcrumbs from the infinite to tell you which door to walk through. I'm telling you, desire decoding process will change everything for you. Here's my friend. This is Rosemary. And Rosemary Sanchez is become a dear friend. She says, my grandmother was my hero. She was a powerful leader and an author of over 30 books. They're from Venezuela. She says, I wanted to make her proud my whole life. She says, I wanted to be a successful singer, and I had trouble making it. Now, let me just pause here. Well, I'll read the rest actually, and then I'll explain. She says, through the insights of James McNeil's Pure Spiritual Intelligence, I'm now an international recording artist. And she's an author of multiple books. She's an award-winning international best-selling author. And she too, we've only known each other a little more than a year. She says, thank you, James. You're truly a real inspiration to the world, and your teaching impacts lives. Now, let me be clear here. I did not teach Rosemary to sing. You already have what you need. What you haven't got is yourself behind yourself. Like what you've been holding yourself back. I'm going to help you stop stopping yourself, let yourself off the chain, help you dial into infinite intelligence, infinite wealth, infinite power to have your dreams come true. So she's now an international recording artist, and I didn't teach her how to sing. Why is she giving me credit? Because I helped her let herself be. The most famous singers are not necessarily the best singers. The people who are famous are the people who have figured out how to let themselves off the chain. Puppy, no. I told you my puppy might start crying if I'm not giving him attention. I don't know if you heard him. He's a baby. I blame my sister. It was my sister's dog. Mine wouldn't cry. I would teach him better. Anyways, he's great. Back to work. Next, why am I here? This is the greatest fuel. This is the clean, burning, limitless fuel of the universe. Why am I here? The reason for your existence. Get an answer to that question. The happiest people living on the planet is people who are living on purpose. They have identified their purpose. What is their why? Now, what I do is I'll work with you if you're interested in working with me more, but do identify your purpose. I'll help you identify your purpose through what's called the power of purpose model. And we'll research into your heart and into your drivers to activate your power of purpose. Once you realize that you're not being greedy, you want millions because you want to change the world, you want to feed your family, you want to do good things. Once you realize you're a positive difference maker, then your ego will get out of your way and you'll let yourself be wealthy because you're wealthy by nature. Power of purpose, when you activate this, let me say one other thing on purpose. 100%, write this down. This is a writer-downer. 100% of the super successful, okay, 100% of the super successful have this in common. All of them, and this is throughout human history, 100% of the world's most powerful, influential, wealthy people have all given their lives to something greater than themselves. An idea, a cause, a purpose, a charity, a philanthropy, a business, an art form. They've given themselves invested their lives in something beyond themselves. And when we get over ourselves, when our ego gets out of the way, all of a sudden our greatest capacities are unlocked. It's like the only way to unlock your greatest power is to do it for somebody else. And when you do that, you're free. Hey, go lie down. Puppy. Sorry. He's going to start crying. All right, we're okay. He knows his purpose. Go for a walk. All right, back to us. Power of purpose. Here's my friend, Colleen. Listen to what she has to say.
Hi, my name is Colleen Woodhead. About a year ago, I had lost my job and I was searching for my purpose. And then I met James McNeil at Pure Spiritual Intelligence, and I found my passion. Now I am a success coach, and I help women using the philosophies from Pure Spiritual Intelligence to find peace and joy in their lives again.
Beautiful. That's Colleen. And what she did is she almost immediately got over herself. When we met just over a year ago, she was afraid. And some of you have experienced fear where you're afraid of the future, afraid for finances, afraid as far as loving relationships and so on. And she had some concerns because she had just lost her job and she didn't know, what she was going to do. And she's a very wise money person. And so she wanted an answer. What am I going to do? But immediately, as soon as she learned the pure spiritual intelligence, metaphysical success philosophy, she immediately realized, wait, I'm already wealthy by nature. I'm fine. I can get over myself again. So she went from a secure working environment to more security of knowing that she's already limitless. And she immediately activated the power of wealth building again, because she realized she's here to serve. And she started serving others and coaching others. And she has a thriving business now. She had to get over her fear to let her true power come out. And she had to get over herself to do that. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to give you another big, huge, are you guys okay? Let me know if you're okay. Can I explain supernatural? Oh, that's a great question. So there's the natural and the supernatural. Supernatural just means beyond any natural trigger. So we can explain, for example, when I said natural desires, unnatural desires, and supernatural desires, what I meant by that is these whispers come from a source we cannot explain. We cannot explain how you know what you know. There's things you know we can't explain. There's things you are able to do that you never learned how to do. There's some sprinkles of the miraculous in your life if you learn to see them. And so there are desires within you that come from the infinite that we cannot find a source or a reason. It's not natural. It's not unnatural. It's something else. It's from the love energy of the universe. And so that's what supernatural is. Also, supernatural, if you want to go with a definition, is that which cannot be explained by natural terms, right? So it's supernatural. It's beyond the natural. Okay. And all right, so back to it. Reconnect to source. This is a heavy one. Let me know you're okay. Give me a I'm okay. So I want to teach you more. Let me know that you're okay. I'm ready to teach you a big spiritual thing, but I need you to be dialed in. Say I'm good, or I'm okay. Type in a number one, give me something. All right. So now I want you to know that you are a plug-in. Let me grab this. You see this kettle boils water? You've seen these, right? Kettle boils water. All right. So I want you to imagine that this kettle that boils water is shipped by Purelator or UPS to the wrong part of the world. Okay? You following me? A kettle that boils water is shipped to the wrong part of the world. They have a hut. They live on dirt. They don't have running water in their home, and they don't have electricity. They look at this thing, this cable, and they don't know what it is. They don't know what it's for. They see this device, but they don't know what it is. Well, if they unpackage this, if you've been around the world, and if you've been anywhere near abject poverty, you know that they'd find a use for it. Because some of you will give me an amen for that. They'd use it to hit each other, or they'd use it to dig, or to hold water, or whatever. They would use it for something. Everyone with me, right? They would use the kettle for something. All right. It would probably be used for 100 things. And they wouldn't know what the cable's for, so they might hang it from the cable, right? Hang it on a wall from the cable. So here's what I want you to get. Here's the illustration. Get this. This kettle would be used, appreciated, loved, busy, all of these things. But what it would never be is what it could be unless it's plugged in. Do you follow that? It can be used, it can be busy, it can be active. It can even be loved and appreciated, but it will never show its miraculous superpower of boiling water unless it's plugged in. You follow that? That's you. You're active, you're appreciated, you're busy. It doesn't mean you're plugged in and showing you're miraculous. You don't know what you're capable of until you plug yourself in. When you're plugged in, you, my dear friend, see the miraculous to start flow through to you and through you. So now, when people say plugged into what? It's that infinite, that intelligence, that creative force that gave birth to the universe. Now, I want you to know you don't have to sweat the God thing, my church, your church, their church, no church. That's not about church. I mean, if you're into church, that's great. I'm a church person. But the point is that the energy that gave birth to this time-space continuum is love. You can write that down, love. It's benevolent, not malevolent, which means it's life and love giving. And you can reconnect to that. You're approved. You're good. The infinite God, if you will, is not mad at you. Quite loves you. And so the question then becomes, how do I reconnect? So follow this, please. I'm only going to do this quickly because my time is flying. So I want you to think it's not where, it's when. So write that down. You connect when. It's the when, not the where. If you're thinking about the past, you're not going to connect to source, whether it's the good old days or the bad old days. You could be a victim. Say, oh, my childhood was tough. It wasn't fair. People are mean. Would you be open just to hear just how much crap we've all faced stuff. Before I was 10 years old, okay, before I was 10, I'd been bullied, beaten, battered, broken, choked, strangled, hung, and drowned. I know I shouldn't be smiling when I'm saying that. All these horrible things happened. But I'm not a victim of that anymore. I was at that moment, but it made me a unique person. Does that make sense? I now care about children. I care about wellness. I care about others. I'm empathetic when people struggle. I've had learning disabilities, battled emotionally, psychologically. These things have made me a more sensitive person and ultimately a stronger person. Do you follow what I'm saying? These things are part of my past. But if I'm still a victim, then I'm not in the present. Do you follow that? I'm focused on the past. So I'm saying to connect to source, you can't be locked in the past, whether it was good or bad. And you can't be locked in the future. Someday someday I'm going to do this, someday. Or you're afraid of the future. I know people who are afraid of the future. All right. If you're locked in the past, you're not present. If you're locked in the future, you're not present. So to connect to source, you don't want to be in the past, you don't want to be in the future, you want to be in the present. But there's one other mistake people make, and that is called present tense. So you can't be in past tense, future tense, or present tense. You need to be in present peace. So write that down. The secret to connect is present peace. That's why we spend so much time on meditation. We spend so much time on breathing. We spend so much time on gratitude. We spend so much time making sure that we remind ourselves of our spiritual heritage. We remind ourselves that we're safe, that we're blessed, that we're here to make a difference. We remind ourselves that everything is already perfect. Until everything's perfect, nothing's going to improve. Are you getting these gold nuggets? Until you can accept that everything is perfect, it's not going to improve. Stop wrestling, stop fighting. Present peace. What I tell people is we connect now and Zen. Zen Buddhism, right? That chill, detached. I'm fully engaged, but I'm fully detached. I'm playing the game and I'm cool. I've already won. I've read the end of the book. And so you'll want to reconnect to source now and Zen. Now we give you many forms of meditation. We have simple ones. One of the things, if you work with me, I'll give you something called a quantum breath. Athletes, artists, everybody is using this a couple times a day. It's a simple series of breaths and thoughts and mind, body, spirit. You do it in less than 10 seconds. How would you like to have a 10-second reconnect to source mechanism? You're under stress. I do it before I speak, right? Before I come here to speak, I want to make sure I'm connected. I want to make sure miraculous flows. So I do a micro meditation, 10 seconds, poof, I'm in. So we give you these tools. People are using it before they go to bed, best sleeps ever. People are using it to cure themselves of migraines, to activate their creative power, to go into peak physical state for sports. 10 seconds. And if you watch fighters, you'll see them do some of these things. If you watch people on TV, you'll see people do some of the actions that I will be teaching to you. So it's called a quantum breath. And if you work with me, you'll know how to do that. But definitely master peace now and Zen. Now, faith, resilience to the 4 F's. I almost feel like I'm teaching you too much. Are you okay? Let me know if you're okay. Just say, I'm okay. If you're okay. I told Leo I would teach a lot and Leo said the people who come to this event want to learn a lot. Is that right, Leo? Everyone wants to get as much gold, right? You guys don't mind that?
Of course.
Some
Yes,
people just want to
they
be
wanna learn.
entertained.
And of course, after they learn more, of course, we had to put them to take action.
Yeah,
That's
amen
why
to
we
that.
thought of having something after that.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, everyone. You're learning and you're loving it. You're okay. Thank you. I love to serve. All right, here we go. Back to work. Faith, resilience of the 4 F's. So the 4 F's, or the 4 D's, sorry. In the Bible, there's something called the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Well, it's not in the Bible, but people call it biblical. It's referring to, yucky stuff. So what I did, it's called the 4 horsemen. So what I call this is the 4D horsemen because they're words that start with D. So here they are. So far we've talked about reviving your hope, recognizing your truth. Who am I? Why am I here? What do I want? Reconnecting to source. And now we're talking resilience over the 4 Ds. So the 4 Ds keep you distracted, deluded, drugged, and derailed. Distracted, deluded, drugged, and derailed. Some of you have heard of weapons of mass distraction. Some of you are dialed into what's going on right now in this global pandemic. Some people are calling it a plandemic. Some people see that there's much going on here that's affecting how we think about our relationship in government, how we think about our relationship to each other. Just know this. The love energy of the universe always wants us at peace and connected. Write that down. Love energy, you can always identify love energy because it wants us to be at peace and wants us to be connected. The negative energy, the alternate energy, the non-love energy wants us to be separated and fearful. So whenever something's going on the planet that is causing separation or fear, frustration, you know that's not the love energy of the universe. And you want to get back connected to the love energy and just come to peace. And so very important, we have weapons of mass distraction going on right now. All kinds of things can distract you. You want to be focused on, why am I here? What do I want? Who am I? How can I bring love? Write this question down. How can I best bring love into this moment? How can I best bring love into this moment? You know, when I go into restaurants and I go into the washroom, I clean their washroom. You might say, that's a weird thing, James. It's just a little reminder I have that I'm here to serve. I'm on this planet to make it a better place. No one pays me to clean their washroom, but I pick up all the trash, I put it in the garbage, I wash my hands, of course. I'm a germaphobe, so I clean myself, but I clean up. You might say, James, that's a silly little thing you do. It's a reminder, I'm here to serve. And when you dial into your purpose of service to make this world a better place, poof, millions starts to flow to you and through you. Weapons of mass distraction. Next, we're deluded by messages. You've been lied to by the media. They tell you that you want power, fame, and fortune. The truth is the soul craving is love, joy, and peace. So you don't want power, fame, and fortune. You want love, joy, and peace. And if you say, but James, I'm here to learn how to become, powerful, famous, and wealthy. I say, that's fine. It doesn't matter. The universe has lots to go around. But don't underestimate your true soul quest, which is for love and joy and peace. And we've been deluded in many ways, and I help you clean it all up and you'll understand the truth. I'm not going to get too deep into that because I got to keep moving. Third, we're drugged. What I mean by that is chemicals affect our spiritual attunement. Do not kid yourself. If you're taking tons of meds, if you're drinking tons of alcohol, smoking tons of cigarettes, if you're whatever, drugged, and drugs are in our food and so on. The more natural you are, the more spiritually attuned it's easy to be, right? The more natural your body is experiencing life, the easier it is to attune spiritually. I'm not saying it's impossible. Someone say, I want to be able to drink my scotch and still be spiritual. Fine. But there is, in the wisdom literature, it does warn us that chemicals do detract from our spiritual attunement. And it's something that's happening today more than ever. You okay, Leah, or were you trying to get my attention? We're good? I see a smile. I think I'm okay. All right.
Of course, we are good. It's a private message for somebody else. It came to you. Sorry.
Nice. No, it's good. No, I just saw your face and I thought, oh, I want Leo to be happy. He's the boss. He's the host. I'm just a guest around here.
As a note, I'm giving you 10 more minutes so you can continue up to 1:40.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
10 minutes.
So the last one of the 4 Ds is derailed. What I mean by that is sometimes life is unfair. I mentioned to you challenging things have happened in my life, and it doesn't stop me from living a great, victorious life. Some people, the littlest things can stop them. Are you resilient? Can you come back from a difficulty? Are you easily derailed? We will learn the strength, the power of your commitment by the ease of your distraction. Do you get derailed easy? Some people, they get a paper cut and they have to go home for the day. They can't work anymore. They have a paper cut. Someone else, they'll roll their BMW on the way to the office, call a cab, go to work, have a great day, and walk to the parking lot to get in their car, forgetting it got rolled that morning. Do you understand? Some people are focused on their dreams. They're focused on changing the world. They're not easily distracted and derailed. You don't want to be derailed. Now, I do want to be sensitive here. Some of you have had horrific experiences, physical, financial, relational. Right now, my brother's in the hospital and my heart is partially with him, right? My heart is with you. My heart is with him. He had a heart attack a number of months ago. I'm a loving brother. I care about my brother. If I was allowed to visit him, I would have told Leo, I can't come here. I would have been with my brother right now because I love my brother, right? And we can be distracted by illnesses in our families. We can be distracted, but since I can't be there, I told Leo I can still be here with you. And so I hope you can appreciate that. But we can be derailed by life, bad things happening, and I'm not insensitive. But in the end, my dear friends, these things are intended to make us better, not bitter. And what we do is we give you the tools, right? One of the tools is what's called a Dream Life Manifesto, to be clear of why am I here? What do I want? In one piece of paper, and we rewrite this every day, a Dream Life Manifesto, we drive it out into the universe. This is who I am. This is why I'm here. This is what I want. These are my goals, my visions, my purpose, my drivers. We write out the truth of our perfect dream life every single day, and we give you templates for this, your Dream Life Manifesto. We give you tools like the Transcendent Mind to cleanse all of the disempowering beliefs about yourself and the environment and whatever, to be able to cleanse. We also go through cleansing as far as forgiveness and healing. We give you the tools to be able to live your best possible life. Before achieving full enlightenment, some people have to hit rock bottom. That's not uncommon. Sadly, however, most people stay there. They hit rock bottom and they say, that's my fate. I'm a victim. And they don't bounce back. The point of going there was to have treasures of insight and empathy, to turn your heart from stone into flesh, and to be able to love and to be sympathetic and empathetic and kind and loving and powerful and strong and confident. Those difficult times are like God's gymnasium. When you go to the gymnasium and you lift weights, you're tearing the muscles. That's how we build. And so some of you have suffered greatly, and I don't want to be insensitive to that. But I do want you to know that there's a time for that, for grieving, and then, right, to get back up, to come back to life. This is Lisa. Listen to her.
I've joined Peer Spiritual Intelligence because of James McNeil. He builds confidence into you in this program, and it motivated me to push myself forward and to accomplish my dreams. I started out earning 8,000, and I'm now earning 50 to 80,000 a month. Thank you, James McNeil. I would encourage everyone to join Peer Spiritual Intelligence.
Wow, thank you, Lisa. Lisa's in Johannesburg, South Africa. And in one of her video testimonies, and I cut it out, but she was just talking about, as a result of this very difficult relationship, and she had fortunes of money involved that went the wrong way. And she also, she ended up having like psychological impact from this, and she was on several medications. And when she first came into my presence, she didn't know that she could ever get off the meds, that she could ever be quote unquote normal again. And she's flying. She's back. She's an entrepreneur. She's flying. She's rekindled all of her loving, healthy relationships. She's flying. And so you can come back. Now, here's a principle I want you to write down. It is what it is, and now. It is what it is, and now. Write that down, please. It is what it is, ... and now. So someone will say to me, let's say I'm standing in a line and we're wearing our masks because of COVID, and someone will say, oh, this sucks. And I'll say, yep. Like, it is what it is, and now. Right? And now I put on the mask, and now I stand in line. Look at this, traffic has stopped. It is what it is, and now. It's not that I'm a victim, I'm happy to be a victim. It's the opposite. I'm not willing to be a victim. Life happens. It rains. Tires go flat. Some people are mean. Do you follow that? It's not like I've been isolated by the universe to be a victim. No, stuff happens. It is what it is, and now. What will I learn from it? How can I best bring love into this moment? How can I be an example of patience and kindness in this difficult moment? It is what it is, and now. And this same principle, although sounds simplistic, can be used for the most powerful comebacks. Some of you know me and you know this story. This is Carol. I met Carol. You can see I looked slightly differently. This is from 10 years ago. 10 years ago this month, I met Carol. And I was 45 years old. I had just turned 45, and I just turned 55, so I know this is true. And I met Carol. Well, one look at her, my heart just about pounded out of my chest. Gentlemen, you'll understand. I just fell in love with her. At first glance, I was like, oh my gosh, she owns me. I don't know her name, but she owns me. I was so nervous I couldn't talk to her. I was so shy. I was like, oh my gosh, she's too beautiful. She won't talk to me. And on our third meeting, I finally had the guts to talk to her. And my heart was pounding out of my chest. And long story short, I asked her out. And on our first date, we fell in love. Our first date, we were done. The rest of the world had to go away. We became absolutely overwhelmed with each other's most beautiful love story. People almost immediately were saying, Hollywood has got to learn your story. You two are something else. And we were inseparable. We laughed and we played, and that was our story. Well, she's from Peru, if you're curious. Some of you are wondering, what nationality is she? She's from Peru, from Lima, Peru. And she has most of her genetics are Incan, the indigenous of the Peru area. And she speaks several, she learned like 8 languages just for fun. She's a genius. We fell madly in love. We got married 1 year and 2 months after we met. And then we had a first year of marriage, all the fun of first years of marriage. Some of you know first year of marriage, you're like, who are you? we went through all the ups and downs. I found out about the Latina temper. Woo, I learned lots of things in that year. And we were ending that first year in a euphoric state of joy. We were at the highest pinnacle of love and joy. We're planning our family, talking about whether our first kid's a boy or a girl. And then it happened. We were married for 1 year and 2 weeks, and my perfect wife died. She had a severe brain aneurysm, and she was gone in seconds. And our entire life was planned. I was shutting down my business that I was running at that time. We were moving to Panama. We were moving to Panama. We had found our house. We were volunteering at a charity. We had our dogs. We were planning with kids. And my entire life was ripped away from me. And I want you to know, my dear friends, I don't know if you've ever suffered, but I suffered. That was the end of me. And some of you have been difficult times. And maybe today you're in a difficult time. And I don't want to be insensitive to that. The question becomes, how does a person come back when there's nothing left? And some of you have had challenging times. And I want you to know there's a way back. Now, it was 7.5 years ago that she passed away. And I am happy again. I'm healthy again. I'm back again. I'm back on the biggest stages of the world again. Corporations are trusting me again. I'm that guy. But it took quite a while to come back. And I want you to know, if your confidence in life and joy has ever been decimated, you can come back. And the people who you care about, you can help them come back, and we'll help you with the path. We teach people what's called the quantum healing process. I wish I could get into the science of it, but you can come back, have hope, and learn how to come back. Develop the healing process. And we give you this. Quantum healing, in a very short meditation, you can begin to unravel some of the most challenging things from your past. And it's necessary for you to be free. We have a spiritual metabolization process that we use every single day to keep ourselves on the healthy and the clean. Type in if you're interested in having all of these tools. Would you like to have all of these tools? Spiritual metabolization, quantum healing, all of these processes. Any one of them is worth, a lifetime, worth millions. We give you the spiritual metabolization process, and then we give you dream life mantras, which we simply repeat to ourselves all day long, constantly. We say things like everything is perfect and everything is improving. We say things like I'm living on purpose and I am on schedule. We say things like I am living my perfect dream life now, because it's either now or never. The spirit world doesn't understand tomorrow. We give you these tools. Everything is perfect. Everything is improving. I hope you can begin to see that today. We'll give you the Dream Life Pledge. I'll give you a quick glimpse at the Dream Life Pledge. I mentioned it earlier. I'm a creative and compassionate spiritual being currently existing in physical form, infinitely valuable, exquisitely unique, and perfect in my personhood. My natural state is in euphoric connection to source love and all living things. And when we say these positive, powerful things to ourselves, we transform our lives. Now, I'm not going to get into it now because of our time, but I want you to know that you will want to have a philosophy. A philosophy. Write this down. Functional philosophy. Functional philosophy. This is one of the biggest reasons why the bench strength of humanity is weakened. That people have lost confidence, people have lost faith, people have lost hope, people behave badly, people are hooked into victimization and anger and retaliation and fear and all the yuck that's going on. Most of it is from a lack of a functional philosophy. To be able to answer the questions, why is the universe? Why do I exist? Who am I? The big, huge philosophical questions. You want to have a functional philosophy. And that's what what I'm revealing to you, by the way, is over 30 years of research. Over 30 years of research. So I have a full and functional philosophy. You want to make sure your philosophy fits. I'm going to introduce one of the pieces. You've heard of the vibration, right? Vibration rate. Well, where you're vibrating is what you're attracting to yourself. I want you to glance at the slide right now. Down the bottom, you can see the word shame. Okay, shame is at 20 hertz. That's the rate of vibration of shame. And then guilt and apathy, indifference, grief. You can see it climbing all the way up. And then you look at the top and you see things like enlightenment, peace, love, and joy. And I want you to know that I'm giving you the tools to get yourself and keep yourself there. Let me do it this way. Think about your favorite kind of music. What kind of music do you like? You might enjoy chill music. You might enjoy jazz. You might enjoy rock and roll, disco, hip hop, reggae, whatever. So I want you to think about the kind of music that you like. And now I want you to look at this scale, and I want you to realize this scale is like a radio dial. There's radio stations. Do you want to dial in to shame at 20? Do you want to dial in to enlightenment at 700? The music you want, the life you want, the cars you want, the jets you want, the travel you want, the relationships you want are somewhere on the spectrum. You have to vibrate at that radio station's level to get that music. Do you follow this? If you want that music, you have to go to that radio station. You don't go to the wrong station and complain you're not hearing the right music. You're on the wrong station. If you're vibrating low, don't be expecting high. Get yourself into that positive gratitude, that love, that joy, that peace, that enlightenment, and stay there and watch the flow. Watch the river. It's called the Zoe River, by the way, if you're curious. Jesus at one point refers to it. And if you're not a Jesus person, don't get mad at me. The point is still valid. He said, I've come to bring you life and life more abundantly. And he talks about abundant life. And the abundant life, the word is Zoe. It's like a river of miraculous blessing. Zoe River, write that down. Z-O-E. Or if you're in the States, Z-O-E. Zoe River. When you fall into this river, and you have, let me just pause here. Every single one watching this, you've had days that everything just fell into place. Everyone loved you. Everything's working. You're first in line and you win the lottery. Like everything works. Nothing bothers you. You're just like, it's like, wow, why can't every day be like this? You fell in the river that day. Do you follow that? You fell into the river. And how did you fall out of the river? I'll tell you right now. There's the faith flow of the Zoe River. The shores are fear and frustration. Something scared you, something annoyed you, and pop, you went back to quote unquote normal for this world. But for a little time, you were in the flow of faith and everything was just clicking. Now what I do, and it takes time for me to explain all of these pieces to you, but oops, I hit a button I didn't plan. Oh, I know, I hit the down button. There we go. So what I do is I reveal to you the entire spectrum of what does it look like and feel like? What are you doing to cause yourself to be there? And so you'll see things familiar with you if you know Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. My expertise is I've been able to uncover the role of the ego deeper and darker than most anyone. And so I'll show you the complete spectrum and show you how to level up and then how to leap up. It's called the quantum leap to the top. Okay. And if you're working with me, you'll get all of these graphics. So you'll have all of this. And the quantum leap formula, a quantum leap, if you're wondering what that means, in the quantum realm, there's the electrons will change their circuit. The language is evading me right now, but it'll go from here to here, here to there. And there will be no time lost and no movement. It's just here and then there. And so, and then I'm not going to try and explain quantum physics, but not here, not now. But what we know is the miraculous is predictable. When acted upon by an outside force, you can cause a quantum leap. It's a little thing that causes a big change. So it's like today, you make a decision right now in my presentation, that's going to mean you're a billionaire next year. You understand? It's like one little thing that changes everything. It's that one difference. And that can provoke what's called a quantum leap. And we actually give you the formula for quantum leap. We have all the spiritual laws of the universe embedded in pure spiritual intelligence, and you'll learn the quantum leap. This one, of course, is the miraculous one. Everyone wants this one. This is the one everyone knows is worth 10 million bucks. It's like a printing press for money. We'll teach you the quantum leap, and you can activate the quantum leap. Then sometimes there's a delay. After I give you all of these miraculous tools, you'll have all these tools. I'll tell you right now, write this down, August 10th. If you say yes to me today and start working with me, by August 10th, you'll have miracles beyond your belief. I guarantee it. August 10th, write it down. August 10th, say, hey, James, here's what I've found out. August 10th, I'm not kidding you. We're starting a 30-day miracle challenge August 3rd. And by day 5, people have miracles they couldn't imagine. Everybody. So by August 10th, you're going to have some miracles. I'll tell you that right now. It's just going to happen. Okay, August 10th. But I want you to know right now, even though you start swimming in this river, the Zoe River, and everything's flowing and you're back and, you know, vibing high and everything's good, you're still going to have some things delayed. And I want you to explain that. I want you to understand that they're coming as soon as perfect. Sometimes you're being, your miracles are being withheld, but it's not a no, it's a delay. You're being prepared. Like if my son was 5 years old and wanted a Lamborghini, even though I have the money, that's not the point. If I gave my son at 5 years old a Lamborghini, it just means I'm going to kill him, right? He's going to drive the thing and die. So I'm not going to bless him with a curse. I'm going to wait till he can handle it, then give him the Lamborghini. If I'm going to give it to him at all, maybe I'll have him earn it instead. You follow what I'm saying? So sometimes your miracles are delayed because you're not ready for them. And so you can speed up the process by becoming the person who can handle it. You can maybe write this down. If you can't handle it, you can't have it. If you can't handle it, you can't have it. So the universe will not bless you with a curse. It's waiting till you're ready. And then my very last point today is you want to have the right family. And what I mean is a circle of the right people. You become who you hang around. Don't kid yourself. Elevate your tribe. That's my last point. Write this down. Elevate your tribe. You don't have to fire the broke, angry, negative people. You just have to fill your life with the best people, and those other people you just don't have time for. You know what I mean? Just fill your table with the best. You'll have no room for the rest. And so get around. Can you imagine how much easier life gets when I started hanging around with millionaires and billionaires and corporate leaders and top entertainers of the world? When you start hanging around these people, you start thinking like them. You start vibing like them. You start attracting like them. So elevate your vibe. Start hanging around with my friends. Start hanging around with me. And so strong encouragement. Again, you will learn this weekend. I'll tell you this right now. You're going to learn this weekend how to generate wealth. You're going to learn real estate. You're going to learn tons of things. The question is, are you going to let yourself succeed? You already know stuff you're not using. Get on your team. Get on your page. Dial yourself in. If you know one of Canada's most famous real estate successes, and you'll be learning from Raymond Aaron, he says Pure Spiritual Intelligence by James McNeil is a metaphysical masterpiece. He's one of the stars of The Secret. Other stars of The Secret are saying, I've got the next big thing. They're watching what I'm doing. I'm going global with Pure Spiritual Intelligence, and you're having an opportunity to come in with me now. So this is
going to speak in 3:45 today.
Beautiful. Well, I better get off the stage so I can let him come in.
No, you have enough time, but 3:45 is going to be there.
Nice. So you're going to learn from him. You can ask him, what do you think of James? He'll tell you. So what have we learned? Faith. Restore your highest vibration. Second, philosophy. Get a functional philosophy. Third, up-level your tribe. This is what we've learned in the last hour, and I certainly hope you've enjoyed this an hour and more. So now you can choose to do nothing, of course, and hope it all works out. Or you can join me with Pure Spiritual Intelligence. I'm going to move quickly through a presentation where you can choose to join me. I have very little time. As you can see, I've invested my time in teaching. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to join me. You can get the desired decoding process and know exactly who you are, why you're here. Quantum breath micro meditation. This is the one in 10 seconds puts you in peak state, highest vibration for attraction. You're going to learn the actual prayer of attraction, which is a process I didn't even get to talk about today. The prayer of attraction. You're going to learn the dream life mantras, all of the mantras, and begin to pulsate out the highest vibrations. The dream life pledge. This is your personal pledge of who you are and why you're here. The spiritual anatomy map. Master your pure spiritual anatomy. Know that you are a soul. Learn how to use your spiritual anatomy. The self-actualization process. I didn't get to talk about that today. You're going to be given the self-actualizing process. It's a multi-step process to fully self-actualize your highest and your best. All of these are trademark processes. The purification process purifies, cleanses you of all the negative energy. Self-mastery process, true mastery is self-mastery. You'll understand that. You want to be a disciplined person. Next, quantum visioning process. We talked about that. You'll get that. You'll also learn the power of purpose model and dial into your highest purpose. Could you imagine if you had all 10 of those, all 11 of those? Next, quantum healing to cleanse yourself of anything that could handcuff or hinder you. You'll have the quantum healing process. Spiritual metabolization process on a daily basis. Keep a clean slate. Transcendent mind process. Raise your vibration by cleaning out any negative, limiting, self-limiting beliefs. Transcendent mind process. You'll have a full life map, a functional philosophy of exactly who you are, where you're going. Your dream life manifesto, you'll be repeating every single day, pulsating that out into the universe. You'll have a habit elevation process that every month you'll level up your habits. Habits are magnificent. They change everything. The quantum leap formula, we talked about that. And then lastly, of course, Dream Life GPS, which I didn't get to, but this is how to keep yourself on track once you're in the river, how to maintain your highest and best life. These are just some of the things that you'll be learning. The price is clear. It is $9.97. $9.97. Any one of these processes is worth far more than that. Let me just move a couple things for myself. Any one of these processes is worth $1,000. I know because I've been training them for some of them for many, many years. So it's an incredible opportunity. This is an online course. You will basically take me, put me into your laptop. We filmed the entire online course in Miami with a Hollywood producer. It's there. It is rocking. This is your Pure Spiritual Intelligence online course. You'll get these graphics. You'll be walked through them. You'll be talked through them. You'll be supported through them. And this is the online course, again, which you can go through as often as you want. If you wonder who says so, listen to Les Brown. He says, James McNeil is the voice of change. He calls me Guru Son. I call him Guru Dad. He said, he was a student of mine, has become a master in his own right. We have shared the world's biggest stages and he rocks them all. He will help you tap into the greatness within you and make you look good. He says he highly recommends me. So number one, you're getting the Pure Spiritual Intelligence online course, but Leo asked me to give you a big gift. So I have 3 ways that people get Pure Spiritual Intelligence. 3. One is the online course. Another one is a 3-day live in person. And during the pandemic, we're planning on doing a live summit. It's just me. I'm the only speaker and I teach the Pure Spiritual Intelligence live experience. And I'll be doing a remote version. And if you join me for the remote, we're probably going to do this the first weekend in September. But let me say this now. Write this down because this is important for you. If you can join me for the online version of the live experience, your ticket to the live in-person experience is still good. So I'm giving you the online version as a temporary fix, and you still come to a live 3-day weekend when I do them live. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have the online course that's recorded. You have a ticket to a live in person. I'm also going to run a live experience online, and you're getting that also. You follow that? So you're getting, even if you come to the online experience, you're getting the live. So you're still getting the live no matter what. Then we have a Dream Life community. This is probably the most powerful. Every day, all day, our Dream Life community are learning together. They go into learning groups. They communicate with me constantly. We do weekly Miracle Zone calls, and I teach advanced lessons every single week. So it's Pure Spiritual Intelligence online course, the Dream Life experience, a 3-day, and the annual membership. Each one is $1,000, so it works out to $2,991. But what I'm doing today is I'm gifting you the other 2. So you simply sign up for the online course right now. It's $997. That's US dollars, tax included. Okay, $997. It's US dollars, tax included. All you have to do is go to tinyurl.com/dreamlifepsi. So write that down. You can click on that now. You can go there now and take advantage of it. And I'm going to give you some bonuses if you do it right now. So get this. You're getting all of the processes I just showed you. And you're getting the online course, which means you own it forever. And you're getting the live in-person 3-day with me. And you're getting the full year of group coaching with me with advanced lessons every single week. Okay, so you're getting all of that for $997. It's a one-time payment. That's it. And you get everything. And if you'll sign up right now, and that's your URL, tinyurl.com/dreamlifepsi. PSI stands for Pure Spiritual Intelligence. And if you'll do that right now, but you have to do it now. This is just for Leo. This is not normal. I'm going to gift you a couple of things. Would you like some bonuses? Type in yes if you'd like some bonuses. If you'd like some bonuses, go ahead and type in yes. Remember I asked you if you'd like that course that helped that guy make $100 million? Remember I asked you? So I'm going to go ahead and give you that course today. It's a $1,000 course, $1,000 US, and it sells very well. And it's helped individuals generate over $100 million. So that's how powerful this course is. I'm gifting you, so you'll be a master in sales on top of everything else. It's not just a spiritual course. I'm also teaching you the hard skills of sales. How would you like to be a speaker? How'd you like to be able to do what I do? This weekend, I'm sharing the stage with Tony Robbins, Jack Canfield, with Les Brown, with some of the world's great, Dr. John DeMartini, here with Raymond and Leo, with Mayor Ezra. I get to share the stage with the coolest people. How would you like to know how to do that? $1 million speaker. My students make $1 million a year. If you'd like to join Pure Spiritual Intelligence, if you register right now, I'll give you my $1 million speaker course. So you'll know how to sell worth hundreds of millions. Many of my students are making more than $1 million a year. Then this is the course that's helped the banks generate billions. Verbal Aikido, my advanced communication skills. This is worth billions. This is how I train law enforcement on de-escalation. I'm giving you 2 courses. Either one of them is $1,000. I'm gifting them both, but you have to go right now to the tinyurl.com/dreamlifepsi. And then this is my sexiest thing that I'm offering. This is why I know you're going to have a miracle by August 10th. I have something called the 30-day miracle challenge. Every single day we do disciplines together. I'm starting the next one August 3rd, which is Monday. So join me Monday and we start 30-day miracle challenge. We'll walk you through, I coach you through all of the disciplines, and every single one of those trademarked processes, modalities I explained to you are jam-packed into this 30-day miracle challenge. You'll do the healing, you'll do the attraction, you'll do the desire decoding, daily disciplines, daily revelations, daily challenges. 30-day miracle challenge, I'm gifting you that. Now that challenge is $1,000 for the VIP package of it. And I'm gifting that to you right now. So everything I'm teaching, it's not just theory about the online course or the lives, you're actually being guided through it for the first 30 days to activate your full miraculous life. This is Medea. She says, almost everything that I put in my Dream Life Manifesto, which is one of the things that you'll do all month, she says, almost everything is already coming true in 1 month. She says, the daily exercises and challenges was exactly what I needed. The 30-day miracle Facebook group community was so loving and supportive. She says, I'm so grateful for the abundance of miracles I've experienced during the 30-day miracle challenge. I'm grateful to James McNeil and his miracles team for such an amazing experience. I highly recommend this 30-day miracle challenge. So that's Medea. And this is Annie, and I'm going to be wrapping here. Thank you, James, for transforming my life. Before I participated in your 30-day miracle challenge, I didn't have the disciplines and the accountability to what I want in life. Within 5 days, she said, that's why I say within 5 days, virtually everyone says this. Within 5 days, I started to experience miracles after miracles. She's logged over 40 miracles in her life since June 1st. I'm convinced that anyone following everything you teach will be able to live their life of your dreams. Everything I've just shared with you adds up to $6,979. You enroll today, and I'm giving it all to you. It's just $997, and that's US dollars, tax included, one-time payment, and then we get the journey together. You'll have your 30-day miracle challenge. You'll be set. Your miracles will be in by August 4th. You'll come to the live event, Pure Spiritual Intelligence. We'll be giving you all of the downloads. So you'll have all of the coaching, all of the posters you can put on your wall. Most people do. And last word is from Rodrigo, and then I wrap.
How are you? My name is Rodrigo, and I just quickly wanted to share with you something special. About 4 months ago, I finished the Pure Spiritual Intelligence Dream Life Retreat, and I wanted to create the miracle to come back here 4 months later to finish the ambassador program. So today, I'm graduating from the Pure Spiritual Intelligence Ambassador program. Yeah. But what I want to share with you is more about the Dream Life Retreat. It was a week where I got to live in full abundance, and I got to live on my highest self. And I got to understand what that feels like and what that is. And throughout this week, because I uncovered that, when I went back home, I understood what it's like to live on that high self, connected in the river, in the flow, in faith. And I have been able to stay there. And it was all thanks to that 1 week. with James. So if you're thinking about it, trust yourself. There's something here for you. There's something there for you. And it might be a spiritual whisper of you telling yourself, hey, just try it. It'll be fantastic. It'll be perfect. And that's everything I wanted to share with you. It changed my life, and I'm pretty sure it could change yours.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Rodrigo. Okay, my friends, that's it. My time has flown. I've had a great time. I hope you've benefited from this. I see many people have taken advantage of the offer. You need to take advantage of that virtually immediately, because this is a giant offer I'm doing just for Leo and his friends. So I hope you'll take action. As I said, your miracles are guaranteed as soon as August 10th. You can hold me to it. By August 10th, you've made probably several times what you're investing. But get on your own team. Get dialed in. Allow the miracles to flow. Leo, thank you so much for your time. I've been honored to be a part of your community, be a part of this event. I know this is a great event, and I definitely want to work with you and your friends, and I'm excited. Thank you so much, good sir.
Thank you, James. Thank you so much for your time. It's an amazing last 1.5 or 1 hour and 45 minutes time. Many people simply don't understand spiritual intelligence or spirituality in terms of business or life or even money making. But that is the reason they don't understand many things after that, because once they don't make money, of course, once they don't balance their family and everything, they cannot move forward. So this is very important. Even in terms of business, 80% success comes from the mindset. So you have to definitely think about this one. And more than that, as I tell, even the other speaker also going to speak somewhat different, but this is, you are going to learn something in Toronto. Most of the people are from Canada, so James McNeil most of the time in Toronto, other than even after this pandemic situation or what. So it is a place where you can, even in person, you can learn a lot. So don't ever lose the opportunity. It is not just he is giving a lot of value. I had been there for a long time, for the last 2-3 years. So I know the value. And at the same time, with this knowledge, if you can add the daily ritual and any other coaching or whatever, you can go to the highest level, whatever you expect. No doubt about it. So if any questions about this one, you can even go to the link, or you can even put the message here. Otherwise, you can reach me as well. So we can connect and clarify your questions and everything. Thank you so much, James. Thank you so much for your time. And I'll be waiting and connect to the other person right now. And of course, definitely we are going to give some time so that people can go and register and everything. So next speaker will be coming only by 2 o'clock. So you have plenty of time. In the meantime, you can give any questions so that we can answer.
Yeah, I'm happy to answer questions.
1 minute.
Yep.
Tell me.
I'm just saying I'm available if you have questions, but yes. I understand it's time for you guys to move forward, but I'm here.
Yes, James is here already, and okay, so I'm going to mute, but next 10 minutes, you can even connect with him. And in the meantime, I'm going to connect something else. Thank you.
So Leo is getting the next speaker all set up, and we're available. If you have any questions for me, don't hesitate. I can see a number of you have already taken advantage. Thank you so much for that. I look forward to working with you. As I said, by August the 10th, you should already have more than got your investment back, as you've been able to unlock things. Normally, when I work with people, they've got so many kind of miracles. I don't know, it's like on a holding pattern that it doesn't take much to start the flow. So I expect that you'll have miracles very quickly. If you have any questions for me, I don't have any problem with that. I want to make sure that I'm out of the way for your next speaker, but I'm here. I'm very happy to hear that you took good notes. All right, my friends, what I'll do is I'll turn off my camera and my audio, but if you have a text, I'll be available for a few more moments as Leo is getting set for the next presenter. But again, thank you so much for your attention, your engagement. Thank you for those of you who have joined me. I look forward to working with you, watch your miracles unfold. I love this. I love what I get to do. So love, joy, and peace to one and all. Have a great weekend here with Leo and the rest of the community. Again, if you have a question for me, you can type it in. I'll just be going off audio for now. Oh, do I see a question, Daniel? Is that right?
Yeah, hi James.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much for the teaching. I took good notes and I resonated on a few moments with you over there. My question is, I'm into a number of programs right now, and I'm very limited with what time I can, allow for to follow the learning process and the coaching. Is there how often you do these sessions? Like,
sure.
Can we start as we go anytime, or is like a few times a year, or what?
No, we've built it that way. So the 30-day miracle challenge this month is a little bit special because I'm redoing it live. So people have the chance of being live on the recordings with me every morning. However, the recordings are there. You could go in right now and watch last month's recording. So the whole course is there. I'm just doing a fresh retake this month. So a lot of people are excited about joining me live, but they're there. So you have a full year's access. 1 full year's access to do the 30-day miracle challenge. All of the shows, if you miss any, they're all recorded. We take your questions 24/7, so you can post something and you're going to get a response whenever you want. And the courses are yours for life. So those courses I'm providing you, you own them. And then on top of that, they come in learning groups. So a lot of people will say, let's do this course this month, or let's do this. So you can join with others or watch them at your leisure. So they're yours for life. We don't limit your access. And the communities, everything's recorded. And the 30-day miracle challenge, like I said, it happens to be a little bit sexier this month because I'm doing it live, but the recordings are there for you anytime.
Okay, awesome.
Hey, will you be joining us?
I'm on the fence.
Jump over the fence. It's seriously, it's $9.97. 1/10 of what I'm offering is worth that easily. And just give yourself a chance. It's about saying, I'm open, right? I'm open. And if it's not what you wanted, we'll take care of you. I don't go around talking about guarantees, but I always offer them. It's just a matter of, I don't want people to think about it not working. You know what I mean? I like people to focus, but of course you won't be unhappy guaranteed. So I would say, give yourself the shot and then play, figure out how to make it work for you.
Okay. You keep the offer.
I will definitely say, because spending time and money is a must to go to the next level. I spent almost $500,000 in the last 5 years' time on many learning and coaching and mentoring programs. Even though I'm an accountant by profession, I did many businesses. It was very crucial for me to have somebody who can I be accountable. So it was very, very amazing thing that I had many people around me now. So I was able to do even mistakes. Then right away I can correct the mistake. Those days I used to do mistakes, but no one to correct. So it's a must. I'm going to talk about even how you can put the goals and so that you can even achieve bigger things. And many times I told, past is not your continuation. So you can put a full stop permanently and totally you can change your life from a single day decision. It can be even today or tomorrow, doesn't matter. But at the same time, it is all start from your mindset. And after that, your commitment. Of course, you have to be a different person. You have to have more knowledge than what you have. You have to have more guidance for you to go to the next level. 100%. No doubt about it, because I'm so thankful for my people who taught me all this one. So thank you so much for your time. And anybody take any decisions and get back to us. And we have, thank you, James. Thank you so much for your time. I think you are going to mute now. I know you are tired of talking more than almost 2 hours. No. Thank you so much.
Never tired. I love it. Thank you.
Next speaker is also there. So we can even connect James McNeil. Thank you, James. Thank you, James.